life like never before.
Soccer fans, the National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment.
Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind.
Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics,
Letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail.
whether it's a championship win or a legendary play.
NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate.
Call 586-304-4405
And start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time.
Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages.
Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs.
From high-quality production to exceptional coverage,
We ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today
call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast.
and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the WPSL match of the week in the 2025 WPSL playoffs. We have a South Region Pod semifinal matchup between Mclean Soccer and LA Krewe Rush. We've just finished the first game of the South Region semifinals, where Chattanooga FC defeated Arlington Soccer Blue by a score of 3-1 to advance to the South Region Finals. And so both teams now know that that is who they will be facing whoever wins this matchup. And we are underway on our game of the week here. We appreciate you tuning in on the National Soccer Network. We have Mclean Soccer going up against LA Krewe Rush. LA Krewe in all whites, I believe, and Mclean Soccer, I believe, are in the colored uniforms, though. Let's see. They're going to get a pass down. I believe that might be flipped, though, because we see black and gold kits, and that more accurately fits LA Krewe. So let's put LA Krewe as the team in the colored uniforms, black and gold. And I believe that's white and green for Mclean Soccer. So I apologize for the confusion early on in this first minute, but I hope you can forgive me here. And so Mclean Soccer and LA Krewe Rush both posted very successful regular seasons, each winning their division. Mclean Soccer posted a 7-win, 1-draw, 1-loss record, and they placed first in the Atlantic Conference District Division, and they emerged as Atlantic Conference champions overall to advance here to these South Region semifinals, as LA Krewe Rush looked to defend a couple of passes from Mclean Soccer. And then LA Crew Rush had a pretty successful campaign of their own. 6 wins, 2 draws, and 1 loss. They placed first in their division, the Gulf Coast Conference Delta Basin Division, and became Gulf Coast Conference champions, which allowed them to make their way into this spot here in the South Region Pod semifinals. So this will be a very entertaining matchup between 2 high-profile clubs for a match, to see who earns the right for a match in the South Region Pod finals, or the national semifinals, or quarterfinals, I should say, against Chattanooga FC, which we just saw defeat Arlington Soccer Blue. That was a good save there by Mclean's keeper. It is a brisk 87 degrees Fahrenheit here in Chattanooga. We appreciate all of you guys for coming out to support and for tuning in. And it looks like we have a couple of passes going on. Ball goes out of play here. It will be a Mclean throw-in. And so they're going to pass that one back. But it looks like it'll be taken away by LA Crew. They have a wide open player with a lot of green grass in front of her on that far side. And collides with a defender from Mclean. It's going to be a free kick. Prime opportunity. 3.5 minutes in for LA Crew to perhaps take an early lead. That was Andy Hughes that was wide open early on for LA Crew Rush. That was running down the field. A lot of green grass in front of her. Let's see if we can identify who's on top of the ball. That looks like number 15, Sarah Porteous. She'll pass that to the left side. Gonna look for a cross inside the box, but she will run out of room. And that's gonna go out for a goal kick for Mclean Soccer. And so both Mclean and LA Crew Rush went undefeated in their last 5 games of the campaign. Only suffered 1 loss throughout the entirety of the season thus far. One of them is going to have a second loss tonight, though, and that will be their last loss in their last game of the season. Who that will be yet, we are unsure, but you guys will be here for the journey to figure out how the rest of this South Region bracket will fill out as LA Crew Rush get a throw-in relatively deep in their own territory. They're going to send that one forward, though, and look to maybe switch up the field of play. Going to try to find Rami Knoll, but that will be taken away by Mclean Soccer. They're going to drive that one down, perhaps look for a cross inside the box. Going to try to find an open player just above the 18. Too much power behind it. Hits the barn behind the goal. It was a good look for Mclean. But it will be a goal kick for LA Crew Rush. And that one will be headed away. And Mclean will take possession as that ball was touched out of bounds by LA Crew Rush. Both teams looking to make some statements here to prove why they deserve to advance. Here's Samantha James on the ball. She's going to pass it back to Mary Del Vecchio. And then this one will get sent forward. Be brought towards the box. Nice little fake out there with the pass. We're going to see a pass towards the top of the 18. Going to find an open player inside the box, and a shot well deflected and just off the line. And a good save from Lauren Starwood for LA Crew Rush. Let's take a look at that again. What a save that was. Just a couple of passes back and forth. Was able to find, I want to say that was Kira McCloskey that was in the box that took that shot on goal. I think that was number 9, if I read that number correctly. Who took that shot, and an incredible save by LA Crew. But here comes Mclean. And Samantha James back on the ball once again. Heavy cross inside the box. Finds a teammate, but that's going to be offsides. Offsides flag is up. It looked like a promising attack there, but that attack will come to an end. Maybe just drifted a little bit offsides just as that pass from James was coming in. And so Starwood will take this ball. Let's see if she decides to send this one deep or just do a nice gentle pass, but it's a giveaway from Starwood. That's going to go towards Mclean. But LA Crew there to keep that one away, prevent any dangerous threat from occurring. But Mclean are able to get back on the ball here. And they'll send it towards that left wing, able to spin around freely and cut through a couple of defenders. But LA Crew is able to poke that one back. And they're going to turn the tides themselves. But a little bit of a miscommunication on which direction, where to take the pass. And that ball will be sent out of play. It will be a Mclean soccer throw-in. And they're not wasting any time. They're going to push this one forward. So they're going to hang on to the ball a little bit. They're going to push it towards the middle of the field. We'll try to find Del Vecchio here, who will pass it wide for James. Then James is going to cut it inside. We'll go out wide towards that far side of the field. Keeping a good spell of possession is Mclean, but just going to get shouldered off the ball. And now with a lot of room, although not enough pace on the ball, Andy Hughes had to make a little bit of an improvisation there, and that's going to be not only a free kick, I think that might be a booking for one of the players on Mclean Soccer. And so prime free kick opportunity, second free kick of the game for LA Crew Rush, at least in this final third. And let's see what they're able to do with it. We're going to try to find out who's standing over the ball. But regardless, this is a good chance for LA Crew Rush. To perhaps take an early lead. It looks like it's going to be a direct free kick. And just shy of the target, it goes wide to the left of the goal. It was a good attempt. Maybe didn't get much of the air as she wanted on it, as it basically sat on the ground all the way through and just went towards that left side of the goal. But now here come Mclean Soccer. Gonna pass it back towards James, who's breaking through a couple of defenders right now. Gonna get a good cross in. Tried to find DeLacy there, but she couldn't get to the end of that one. It was a good attack from Mclean Soccer, but just couldn't find her teammate. And Starwood is gonna take this back for a goal kick for LA Crew Rush. They'll pass this one back, and they will try to drive it forward, try to reach midfield with it, with their possession. And they do, able to cross midfield, but will choose to send it back. Starting to run out of space there, but will hang on to the ball. Tries to switch up the field of play. LA Crew are able to hang on to the ball, muscle out of the way of two Mclean defenders there, and will look to send it with a shot on target. Going to require Aislinn Wright to take that one. But it was a good chance for Hughes again and LA Crew Rush, with a couple of good opportunities for LA Crew Rush. But now Mclean Soccer hanging on to the ball, maybe trying to slow the game down a little bit. It's been very frenetic here, these opening 12 and a half of the game. But obviously that first goal we know is very important. It's just a matter of which team is going to score it, who's going to score it. Mclean have the ball, a little bit of a sidestep there. Going to try to pass it out wide. And they'll go towards that left wing, see what they can do with it. Now Mclean will send it forward. Going to look for a cross inside the box. Instead, they'll find the top of the box there. And now we get the cross and just meets the feet of James, but it goes well over the goal. The ball was very fast-paced and couldn't get an accurate touch on it, but it was a good attempt for Mclean, who have a couple of good opportunities of their own. This is proven to be a very even matchup between these two clubs. But now LA Crew Rush. And for those of you watching by LA, I mean Louisiana Crew Rush. As we are in the South Region semifinals, not to be mistaken with Los Angeles. They would be a Western region team. But LA, Louisiana Crew going up against Mclean Soccer, South Region semifinals. Winner will advance to face Chattanooga in the South Region finals, national quarterfinals tomorrow. The good save again from Lauren Starwood. And we'll look to see what she does with this one. She's going to send this one, punt it beyond midfield. It'll be headed down. But here comes LA Crew Rush. Going to look to try to get across him, but just ran into a couple of defenders there from Mclean. That's going to be a corner kick, though, for LA Crew. And so we'll see how they're able to take advantage of it. Yeah, both teams only one loss through the campaign. Mclean Soccer only gave up 9 goals on the season. LA Crew only 10 goals on the season. Corner kick comes in. Finds an LA Crew teammate. Going to get crossed back inside the box. Finds the header of one of LA Crew. But Mclean Soccer there to defend. Still inside the box. Bodies fighting over it. And the ball gets popped up in the air. Still not cleared. And now Mclean Soccer able to clear that one away. Perhaps trying to launch a counterattack. Lots of action inside the box there. But Mclean come away with it. And they're going to slow this one down. LA Crew had a lot of opportunities there to get on the board. But very strong defensive effort from Mclean Soccer. Looking for James as the ball gets bounced off of a defender from LA Crew. James is going to send it forward. But they'll look to switch up the field of play. They'll go back towards that far side of the field. And then they'll just choose to play it back. And they'll look to switch it. Maybe goes towards the center of that final third. Looking to get a good shot off. But a lot of LA Krewe defenders there. And they do get a shot off. But Starwood's there to pick it up. Advertise with NSN to reach a wide audience through live soccer broadcasts. We offer customized ad packages, including 30 and 60-second commercials placed across our soccer streams. Boost your brand's visibility and engage with fans in real time. Scan the QR code on your screen or call 586-304-4405. Now, Mclean Soccer, we're driving up, but LA Krewe able to shuffle that ball away from them and keep possession in their own territory. They're going to try to switch up that field there. They'll choose to send this one forward. They keep it in bounds. That's Andy Hughes on the ball. Going to try and drive forward. Nice little back heel to keep possession. What skill that was. Incredible by Hughes, who's still on the ball. Has to pass it back. Couldn't find her teammate. Couldn't find Krewe there. And now, here come Mclean. Gonna look to push this one forward. I think that's DeLacy on the ball. I think she's gonna try and cross this inside the box, but it gets defended away by LA Krewe Rush. And it'll be a corner kick, first of the game, for Mclean Soccer. So set piece opportunity for Mclean Soccer. We'll see what they're able to do with the ball as this one gets popped up into the air, headed back towards the outside area of the box. James is there to pick it up. And then I believe that's Cecilia Price sending it inwards, but couldn't find a teammate there. LA Krewe's able to pick it up, and they're going to start running with the ball towards midfield. It's a 3-on-3 situation. But the pass just couldn't find her teammate. And James from Mclean, they're able to pick it up and start running the other way with it. And so far, LA Krewe's just kind of letting here. They're going to try to leave it off for Price, that was. But LA Krewe able to block that cross. Mclean, they pick it up, though. And it's going to be shot, but to the left of the goal. Very solid opportunity for Mclean Soccer. But that one gets sent. And so Starwood will take it. An LA Krewe Rush with Andy Hughes. Gonna look to try to keep the ball. Try to push it forward a little bit. Krewe on it now. And now LA Krewe going to send it towards that far side. But it'll be intercepted by Mclean. We'll see how far they can go with it. They'll keep it around the center circle. They're going to find Samantha James. She's going to cut it inside. And then she's going to take a shot of her own. And that requires a crazy jump from Lauren Starwood to save that one. That was an ambitious shot, but it was going in the back of the net. Great save by LA Krewe Rush and their keeper, Lauren Starwood. But can't do much with the possession is LA Krewe. And now Mclean. Gonna pass this one down towards that left wing. Gonna kick it away there. But the ball stays in play. And they hold on to it. So they have it around the center circle. They're gonna look to maybe pass towards that right wing, towards James. Gonna look for a couple of one-touch passing there. Very smooth. And now potentially looking for a cross inside the box. And Starwood is there to save that. So it gets headed away. And Mclean still having the ball. They're doing really well with possession. Not letting LA Krewe do much with the ball. They've had a couple of good opportunities, LA Krewe, advancing the ball. But not much. It's been mostly Mclean soccer. This one falls for James once again. She's going to send this one forward. Perhaps another cross inside the box. Can she find a Lacey? Good toe poke in there to get that one away as LA Krewe. But Mclean still on the ball. Going to try to keep it with one of their teammates. It'll look to get lifted up, but they'll try to switch that field. And then a little pass back to make sure Mclean stays on the ball. And now here comes DeLacy trying to control the ball, but that one is going out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for LA Krewe. So about a quarter of the time has gone. Still 0-0 on the scoreboard. Both pretty evenly matched teams. Again, only one loss and only a difference where Mclean had one more win compared to LA Krewe's one more draw. But Mclean able to pick up the ball here. The LA Krewe with a good interception. They're going to start driving forward with it. And we're going to look for some fast pace. Try and drive down all the way down, but the ball just gets shepherded out of bounds there. It was a good run from LA Krewe. Couldn't tell who that was, unfortunately. I think that might have been Maria Portis, number 8. But Mclean Soccer able to take care of that. Aislinn Wright will take the ball. And Mclean will have it towards their own territory. Will look to push it towards midfield. Good little through ball. That was a little bit trickier than one might think, but they were able to successfully complete that pass. Now it's going to go towards that left wing. It'll be brought up. Good cross into the box, but no one from Mclean was there to take advantage and take a shot. So LA Krewe will look to advance the ball on their own. They're going to send it towards their far side of the field, but it gets intercepted there by Mclean. Though not for long, though. LA Krewe still have the ball. Gets taken away. A lot of action on that far side of the field. It goes out of bounds. It's going to be an LA Krewe throw-in. They'll send this one in. It will go out of bounds. Ran out of space there, so Mclean will take the throw, and they're going to choose to play it back. And then here comes Samantha James, once again, on that right wing. She'll choose to pass it back. And they'll look to find DeLacy there, who's going to pass it, but it gets intercepted. LA Krewe will hang on to it. That's Bria Bailey that had it. And can LA Krewe hang on to the ball? Nearly got dragged down there, but they'll opt to pass it back towards their back line. Bailey with it once again. Will pass it back towards Hughes, who will go towards the far side there for LA Krewe. Though Mclean able to take advantage, intercept the ball there. Going to choose to send it forward around center circle right now. No pass towards that left area, that far side of the field. Still hanging around midfield. look to maybe get a through ball towards that left channel. We're going to get a low cross into the box, deflected away by LA Krewe. Now here come Mclean. Maybe another opportunity. Low, soft grounder inside the box for a cross. Easily defended by LA Krewe. Might have had a mistake in what type of pass she wanted. And so LA Krewe, far side of the field. Gonna look to find some openings here to see if they can expose any cracks in defense from Mclean. They're having a tough time doing so. Haven't had too many plays in opponent territory. But the ref is going to call as one player is down for Mclean. And I believe we are going to have our water break of the matchup. So halfway, roughly, a couple minutes beyond halfway through the first half, 27 and a half in. Still 0-0 as both players are getting the necessary hydration they need to continue and finish out the rest of this first half. Very tough matchup for both teams. I'd want to say Mclean have the edge in terms of possession, have the edge in terms of chances, but you can't count out LA Krewe Rush. They've only had one loss for a reason. Very strong opposition, very strong team. Both clubs are, I will say. And it's hard to predict what will happen. Again, based purely on statistical information, you would assume Mclean have the advantage, but not too many shots on target. We've had a couple of chances. Got a nice little water break graphic here. But a couple of chances for Mclean as they had a couple of corner kick opportunities, a couple of set pieces, and lots of crosses inside the box. But LA Krewe have shown that they are pretty darn good defensively, have only allowed 10 goals in the 9 games, I should say, that they've played. And they are unbeaten in the last 5. In the last 5, LA Krewe Rush won against Pensacola FC 2-1, then had 2 draws in a row, 2-2 against Hattiesburg FC, 1-1 against Mississippi Blues, and then 2 wins, a 6-3 win against Shreveport United, and a 2-0 win against Baton Rouge United. Those were the last 5 games from LA Krewe Rush. And then comparing that to Mclean Soccer's last 5 games, Mclean Soccer had a 3-0 win against Port City, then a draw against Arlington Soccer Blue, 1-1. Arlington Soccer Blue, the team that just lost to Chattanooga in the WPSL 2025 South Region semifinals. And these are the 2 teams that are facing off, that we're watching right now, for a right to face Chattanooga FC in the South Region Pod finals of the national quarterfinals, Mclean Soccer and LA Krewe Rush. So Mclean Soccer, again, a win, a draw, and then 3 straight wins out of their last 5. Alexandria Reds, they defeated 6-2, then defeated Arlington Soccer Red 3-1, and then another 2-1 victory also over Arlington Soccer Red. Those were the last 5 games between Mclean Soccer, and also the last 5 games from Louisiana Krewe, who I am calling LA Krewe just to save myself a couple syllables there. But LA in this case, like I mentioned, is for Louisiana. You can see the state of Louisiana in their logo. So South Region semifinals. Again, all 8 matchups of the WPSL regional semifinals went off today. Some are still going on. Most of them have ended by now. But this is one that we are looking for a result in. What will happen between Mclean Soccer and LA Krewe Rush? 87 degrees here. Based on surrounding billboards and environments, I actually believe this matchup is being played in Virginia or Washington, D.C., according to the WPSL playoffs, as opposed to Chattanooga, Tennessee, as the graphic says. But regardless, I could be wrong. With that being said, play has resumed between the 2 clubs here. It's a nice water break for everyone to get hydrated to finish out the remainder of the 15 minutes plus stoppage time we have left of this first half. Mclean have the ball right now with Samantha James, who's going to have an incredible cross. Requires an acrobatic save from Lauren Starwood. Almost spilled it, but crazy enough not to. That was incredible. Had very little room, Samantha James. And then Lauren Starwood, she did spill it for a little bit, but it bounced right back to her, and she was able to land right on top of the ball. So a good opportunity for Mclean Soccer once again. Just couldn't get to the end of it. Here comes... I was going to say, here comes Shelby Watley on the ball. I was trying to figure out who that was for a moment there. My apologies. But that ball is going to go all the way through. It's going to go all the way through. And Mclean Soccer will pick that one up. We'll start back from their own end. And they'll choose to send a long ball down on that left side. They're still bypassing a couple of defenders. Can they get inside the box? Are they going to run out of room? They run out of room. And it's going to be a goal kick for LA Crew Rush. LA Crew trying not to force themselves into a mistake. Mclean is doing really well with a high press. They managed to find Hughes for a second. They're going to go back to Crochet. It's going to go back. And they're going to bring it towards that center circle, but gets pushed off the ball by Mclean. Now here come Mclean Soccer around midfield. Going to try to switch it up, going back towards that right wing, really favoring that right wing there with Samantha James, who's going to lay it off and just will get shepherded off the ball. Good defensive work there from LA Crew Rush. And Starwood will restart play. We'll see what LA Crew can do to get into opponent territory. Haven't had too much time in opponent territory, LA Crew, as the ball's going to get sailed away over the sign. And that's going to go out of play for a throw-in in favor of Mclean Soccer. So they're going to pass it back, perhaps slow down the game a little bit, Mclean Soccer. They're going to send it forward. Going to use that left side of the field. Going to go with that far side, maybe send it towards the middle a little bit, looking for McCloskey. Going to send it through a little back heel. Was nice, but couldn't find a teammate there. So they're going to send it back out wide towards Del Vecchio, who's going to pass it forward towards Samantha James, but couldn't control that pass. It's going to go out of play for an LA Crew throw-in. Sun starting to set here. But Mclean going to try to shine bright. They'll pass it back. And they'll use that left side of the field. Once again. So now we're seeing some more aggressive press from LA Crew. At least up until they passed it all the way back towards right. But now here comes DeLacy, going to pass it back towards James. Samantha James going to send it forward, and DeLacy just couldn't get the right touch that she wanted. It's going to go out of play. It'll be a goal kick. NSN Game Rewind brings the past to life with full commentary and dynamic graphics. Relive your favorite games with a professional broadcast experience where the past lives in the future. Scan the QR code or call 586-304-4405 to start watching today. The ref's going to call a foul there. It's going to be a free kick for LA Crew Rush with about 10 minutes to go, 9 minutes to go, I should say, in the half plus stoppage time. Will we see an opening goal before the half? Time will tell. Nice little through ball to break through a couple of defenders there. They're going to send that one forward, LA Crew. Going to have a little bit of a back pass. They got a good opportunity. Tried a shot, but gets deflected away. And now Knoll's on the ball. Rami Knoll. Maybe looking to just pass it out wide, and she does just that. And it'll be, an attempted cross. But it's going to go out of bounds. Goes off of LA Crew, I believe. And it's going to be a goal kick unless I read the referee's hand signals wrong. And it looks like it might be... Oh, you know what? It's going to be a throw-in. It's going to be a throw-in. For some reason, I thought the ball went out of the end line. But I guess I didn't see exactly where the ball went out. So it's going to be a throw-in for LA Crew Rush. That's why I mistook it for a goal kick. My bad. That one stays in play, but not for long as it goes out. And it is going to be a corner kick. I think this is LA Crew Rush's first corner kick of the game. Comes in the 38th minute. So a good set piece opportunity here for LA Crew Rush. We'll see what they can do with the ball. Almost all their outfield players inside the 18-yard box. Looking to perhaps get on the scoreboard first, but it'll be taken away by Mclean, who perhaps are looking to launch a counterattack, but no one was there. Couldn't find a teammate to spring forward that counterattack. And instead, LA Crew are going to be able to get to the end of that ball, but solid backtracking for Mclean to bring it back. It's going to be a goal kick for Mclean Soccer. And again, like I said, all throughout this matchup, it's been fairly even. Outside of maybe Mclean have better possession numbers, I wouldn't say one team has had better quality chances. They both, I believe, have had equally strong opportunities, but none have been able to find the back of the net. But one of these two clubs will have to at least, they would want to advance further in the tournament. They're going to send a long ball towards DeLacy, but Starwood's going to get there and beat her to it. I think that was offsides anyway. Yeah, DeLacy was called for offsides. So LA Crew Rush is going to start with the ball. Around halfway on their own half of the field. They're going to push it towards the far side of the field a little bit. And that ball's going to go out of play. It's going to be a throw-in for LA Crew Rush, who will look to push that one forward, but not before it gets intercepted by Mclean. They'll send it back towards their back line. Just maybe going to slow the game down a little bit. They'll push it towards their left, but gets intercepted there by LA Crew. Able to sidestep away and perhaps find some openings, but that ball goes out of play. I don't think Watley was there to find a teammate, and so it's going to be a throw-in for Mclean Soccer. Again, deep in their own territory. 4 minutes plus stoppage time. They're going to pass it out wide to James. And a little bit of a high touch, but Del Vecchio, I believe that is, able to keep that one calmly. They'll go back to that back line. And so far, just trying to keep possession is Mclean Soccer. That one will get pushed forward. And it will go out of play. Mclean ran out of room. It's going to be a throw-in for LA Krewe. And the ref saw something I don't think he liked, or I believe there was a substitution for Mclean. Caused a little bit of a delay in the restart, but now LA Krewe looking to find someone that's open and managed to do some crazy turnaround to break away for a second, but the touch was still too heavy. Gets taken away by Mclean Soccer, and they're able to get back on it with that back line. Push the ball up forward. DeLacy will hand it back, and now they'll push it forward. Maybe a little back touch. No, they're going to spin around towards the inside of the box. They'll find James now, who's going to pass it back. And we'll see a good cross, but taken away by LA Krewe. Going to look to not only clear this, but perhaps launch a counter of their own. They're going to send it out wide. Here comes Andy Hughes. Let's see what she can do with the ball. And try to cut it inside and try to thread a through ball in. You saw the vision there. I couldn't tell who she was going to. She might have been going towards Crochet with that through ball. But just couldn't work for LA Krewe, unfortunately for them. And so Mclean will get back on it. A lot of high percentage passes between the back line for Mclean before they start running up. And now they'll send it forward towards the bottom half of that center circle. Finds a wide open James. A lot of green grass in front of her. Will she take the shot? She might. She's going to go for a cross instead. Ball's going to get deflected by LA Krewe. It's going to go out of bounds for a very deep throw-in for Mclean. So that one will fall. And Mclean will take this one. Here's Del Vecchio. She's going to push that one. We'll see a cross inside the box. And DeLacy is there. Heads it down, but it's just to the right of the goal. Oh, very close opportunity for Mclean to take one very late in the first half. It was a good cross, but Sydney DeLacy had the header there, but couldn't direct it towards goal. Now here comes Andy Hughes. Seeing if she can bypass a couple of Mclean defenders. Even though she falls, she has a teammate kick the ball downfield for her, but too far for Watley, I believe. And so Mclean will take advantage. Get back on the ball. They'll send it towards midfield. DeLacy will pass it back. We're entering stoppage time now. Not sure how much stoppage time, but here comes Samantha James. Gonna run it down. Now passing towards the top of the box. A little bit of a sidestep. Oh, and the shot hits her own teammate. Looked good, but ends up hitting her own teammate. And now I think Mclean player is down. Hopefully she's all right. And James will just kick it well over the goal. Hits the barn once again. A good opportunity for Mclean Soccer. But that last shot, that likely would have been on target, just ends up hitting a teammate. Couldn't tell who it was. But here comes LA Krewe. Let's see what they can do in stoppage time. Likely a couple of minutes due to that water break we had. But a couple of bodies falling. Mclean's able to take advantage, though. They're going to pass it out wide. A little bit too heavy, but James is able to recover. And taking it all the way to that end line. Now it's going to be brought up towards the middle of the field. LA Krewe rushes there to clear that one away from the box. Now they're going to send it towards the middle of the field. They're going to look for Andy Hughes, but couldn't get enough curve on the ball to send it towards the left side of the field. to be taken away by Mclean. And so they're going to send it all the way out wide once again. Loving that right side of the field. A lot of green grass for Samantha James. I mean, I would go for it every time, but a potential shot going to turn it around. Finds an open player inside the box. But LA Krewe getting back into that defensive shape, ensuring that not a single shot goes off against their keeper. And Samantha James able to push that one, headed away. I think that was DeLacy again, but it was just headed over the goal. Good opportunity for Mclean once again to take the lead and to score the opener in this matchup. And then, yeah, just wide open with the header, but just used the bottom of the head. And that ball just popped upwards as opposed to going down directly towards goal like she would have wanted. So now LA Krewe Rush have a goal kick. I believe a couple of very last minute substitutions are being made. Now the ref directs play on. Now Lauren Starwood will take this ball and launch it forward and try to find a couple of teammates, but gets intercepted immediately by Mclean. They get back onto the ball, perhaps allowing for one more attack before the half is over. LA Krewe Rush there to try and stymie that attack. Mclean's there, though. They're going to pass it out wide. Or at least maybe keep towards inside, towards that far side of the box. Now end up drifting out wide. But they'll just choose to pass it back. Perhaps another attacking opportunity for Mclean. LA Krewe defending with their backs against the wall. Definitely would be in their best interest to keep the 0-0 tie heading into halftime. And that is exactly what they do. Halftime whistle has been called. So we appreciate you for tuning in for the first half of the second matchup of the South Region semifinals of the WPSL playoffs. Mclean Soccer and LA Krewe still at a 0-0 deadlock after 45. We'll see you on the other side for the second half.
2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent. We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL. We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching. Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play. Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins MLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional tournaments and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
If you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination. Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league, our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people. Register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th. The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva. It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16 with an early bird registration fee of $175 if registered by July 7th. Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us. Accelerate your soccer journey this summer at Oakland University. From June 30th to July 31st, players will have the incredible opportunity to refine their skills under the guidance of Oakland University soccer coaches. Train at world-class facilities while gaining insight into life in a collegiate environment. These camps cater to a range of skill sets and ages from youth programs to the Elite ID program, ensuring participants are surrounded by peers who challenge and inspire. As one of the premier soccer institutions in the Horizon League, Oakland University soccer program offers an unparalleled environment for growth and development. Don't miss your chance. Register now at oaklandboyssoccercamps.com. Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today.
2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com. The 2025 UDM Boys Summer College Prospect ID Camp is designed for field players and goalkeepers seeking exposure to college coaches, professional training sessions, competitive matches, and insight into the college soccer environment. Directed by the UDM men's soccer staff, this camp is ideal for players serious about advancing their soccer careers. On July 26th and 27th, the camp becomes a perfect platform for aspiring athletes to showcase their talent and commitment. For more information and to register, visit DetroitMercySoccerCamps.com.
Chaos FC is a soccer club in Macomb County, Michigan, dedicated to player development through professional training. Our mission is to offer a safe, positive environment that nurtures youth talent. We aim to help players reach their full potential and compete at high levels in MYSL, MSP, SP, and MRL. We provide equal opportunities for all players to develop skills, knowledge, and appreciation for soccer through top-tier training and positive coaching. Our goal is to help players grow as individuals, promoting life skills such as sportsmanship, teamwork, goal setting, and fair play. Learn more today by visiting chaosfc.us. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Flint City Bucks are Michigan's top soccer franchise with 4 national championships, 9 conference titles, and 15 Great Lakes Division titles. They have produced 107 players for Major League Soccer, and they focus on attracting top talent and shaping soccer's future. Michigan Bucks Academy joins NLS Next new competition tier starting in September of 2025. This offers elevated levels of play and flexibility for high school participation. The Academy will provide premier development, high-performance training, and exposure to scouts through regional national tournaments, and MLS Next events. For more information on tryouts, training programs, and key updates as we prepare for our first season in MLS Next new tier, visit MichiganBucksAcademy.com.
If you are interested in participating in a sport that requires skill, fitness, strategic thinking, and team play, soccer offers opportunities at various levels to improve fitness and coordination. Whether you prefer casual participation, competitive play, or joining a futsal league, our organization provides a welcoming environment to learn new skills and meet new people. Register today for the Macomb Soccer Summer Camp from July 14th to 18th. The camp will be led by Kansas City's professional players James Togba and Mike De Silva. It is open to boys and girls aged 6 through 16 with an early bird registration fee of $175 if registered by July 7th. Gain knowledge from professionals in an engaging and competitive setting. For further information, visit mrsl.us. Accelerate your soccer journey this summer at Oakland University. From June 30th to July 31st, players will have the incredible opportunity to refine their skills under the guidance of Oakland University soccer coaches. Train at world-class facilities while gaining insight into life in a collegiate environment. These camps cater to a range of skill sets and ages, from youth programs to the Elite ID program, ensuring participants are surrounded by peers who challenge and inspire. As one of the premier soccer institutions in the Horizon League, Oakland University soccer program offers an unparalleled environment for growth and development. Don't miss your chance. Register now at oaklandboyssoccercamps.com. Experience the thrill of the game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the start of the second half between Mclean Soccer and LA Crew Rush, Louisiana Crew Rush. For those of you just joining us, Mclean Soccer is in the white with green accent kits, and LA Crew Rush are in all blacks. We had a scoreless first half, a lot of good chances in this South Region semifinal matchup in Virginia here, 81 degrees Fahrenheit. It's definitely cooled off a little bit now that it is nighttime here in Virginia. But let's get underway with the second half between these two clubs. Which team have what it takes to score the game-winning goal and advance to face off against Chattanooga tomorrow in the South Region Finals, national semifinals? Only time will tell. Both clubs coming into this game with only one loss. So One of these clubs are going to have another one. But here comes LA Crew Rush to maybe capitalize off of a mistake from Mclean Soccer, but a great track back in defense from Mclean to force a throw-in. That was almost a catastrophic mistake from Mclean Soccer, and LA Crew nearly took advantage of it, but just were not fast enough. We appreciate you tuning in to the National Soccer Network for the WPSL match of the week here, this South Regional semifinals. But we have looks like a corner kick, actually. I thought it went horizontally parallel to the end line. I thought that was a throw-in for Louisiana Crew all day. Instead, it's a corner kick. Even better opportunity for them. It gets launched into the air, headed down towards the center of the box, but it's cleared away only as far as Louisiana Crew. And they're going to send this one forward, and it's going to go out of play. It'll be a throw-in for Mclean. And again, Mclean in all whites. This half, they will be attacking from right to left. And for those of you just joining us, LA Crew, Louisiana Crew Rush will be attacking from left to right in their black kits for this second half. Goal is first half, but let's see what can Mclean do now that they're on the ball. First time in opponent territory this half. They're going to pass it through towards the top of the box. And a good little juke move to keep possession of the ball there. Going to look for, I believe that might be DeLacy. Going to pass it out wide. Might have been James there that passes that one. But Mclean still got the ball despite it getting cleared away by LA Crew. And they will push this one forward. Going to look for a good cross into the box if they could find it. Just a little pass, but they do find a teammate, Mclean. And it's going to get pushed through, but it's going to go out to the right side of the goal. Just hit that side netting and go behind the goal. Nothing too threatening. The ball stayed on the ground the entire time there. And so Lawrence Starwood for LA Crew will restart the play. And now LA Crew going to try to run off here. Slightly dangerous territory. Almost got it poked away there. But they're going to go for a long ball. Send this one forward. Couldn't find her teammate, though. And that will be Mclean picking up that. Wright will have the ball. Pass it towards her right side. And now Mclean will restart far side of the field. They're going to launch this one forward. But it'll just be taken away by LA Crew, who passes back to their keeper before a quick little restart. They're going to go towards the near side, but they give it away to Mclean, who are going to attack. Going to look for another opportunity to get a shot off, but LA Crew there to stymie that attack again. Not for long, though. Mclean get back on the ball, managed to find a teammate. And LA Crew trying to surround Mclean, but Mclean just strong enough to break away. And here comes a quick pass, side netting, cross, couldn't cut in fast enough. Another good chance for Mclean, but a side netting shot. And LA Crew had a couple of chances in the first minute or so of the game, or of the half, I should say. But so far, it's been all Mclean. First 5 minutes, really putting LA Crew's backs against the wall. Now they're going to pass it back towards their back line. LA Crew trying to force a mistake and a potential counter opportunity. Mclean are going to pass towards James, who's going to cut it inside. She's going to look to try to find an open teammate. She manages to turn around, but couldn't break through. And LA were there. The LA Crew come through and couldn't advance it far enough, though. So Mclean are going to pass it back out wide. And they'll send it back. They'll send it back towards Maya Wise. And here she is on the ball again. This one will be brought forward now. It'll be sent for James once again for a cross, but Starwood's there to pick it up for LA Krewe. Gonna look to maybe slow down the match, but will choose to punt the ball towards midfield. LA Krewe get ahead to the ball. They're able to keep possession for a little bit, break through a couple of defenders there, but couldn't outrun the second one from Mclean. Never mind, they managed to dodge and weave, but Mclean just outnumbering LA Krewe. Able to surround the ball there. Couldn't go far with it. Gets intercepted by the Krewe, who give it right back to Mclean. Lots of back and forth here. And Mclean will go back. And they'll pass it out wide once again towards James. And she's going to send a far shot. I think she was going for DeLacy there, but instead it would get picked up by Bailey Bonner of LA Krewe. Now that one will get passed. Oh, I was looking for Crochet there. But LA Krewe will get intercepted by Mclean. They'll pass that one towards the middle of the field, but gets poked away by LA Krewe. Mclean is still on the ball, though. They're going to opt to pass towards that far side of the field. They'll launch it over. And they will push it through. Going to look for an opportunity. Maybe a foul. If it's a foul, it'll be right outside the box. But unless it's going to be a foul against Mclean. So now LA Krewe. Oh, never mind. It was offsides. All right, no foul whatsoever. So DeLacy was offsides. No foul in any of that. They just allowed play on for a little bit after the offsides incident. LA Krewe will poke that one away towards the far side of the field, but instead, ooh, maybe he gets the cleats stepped on a little bit. So that's going to be a foul against Mclean. And so LA Krewe will hang on to the ball. And we'll see which direction they take it. And this matchup is for a right to play Chattanooga FC in the South Region Finals or the National Quarterfinals. This one gets stepped away, though, taken away by Mclean. But not for long. LA Krewe get back on the ball. DeLacy go to work to get the ball back for Mclean. Going to pass it towards the middle of the field, and they'll choose to lift it up towards DeLacy there. She's going to run it inside the box and will choose to cross it, in a good save from Starwood to keep this game at zeros. This one will be punted away by Starwood, but goes all the way back for Mclean. Reaches their keeper right, who will send it towards her back line. Going towards that far side of the field. Going to look to thread the needle there. Gets taken away by the LA Krewe. They'll look to switch up the field a little bit, but couldn't find anyone open. And Mclean will get back on the ball. And so they'll just pass it back between their back line. It'll be lifted up and brought down far side of the field. Going to run up on that right wing. Managed to break the ankles of a defender there, but a very ambitious shot from about 25 yards. That's going to be a goal kick for LA Krewe, Louisiana Krewe. Subscribe to NSN on YouTube for exclusive soccer content, live streams, highlights, and more. Stay connected to all the action by hitting that subscribe button. Don't miss out. Join the NSN community today. Here come Mclean with James. Gonna push it forward. Try to find her teammate. Streaking down that left wing. Gonna push it towards top of the 18. Would probably choose to lay it out back towards that wing. They'll send it forward. I think that's Cecilia Price once again on the ball. Gonna pass it towards middle of the field now. They're gonna look for an attack upwards, and then we're gonna see a fall, and it's going to be a foul against Louisiana Krewe. It's going to be a free kick and a prime opportunity for Mclean. They had a free kick from similar distance in the first half that went over the goal. So we'll see how this half goes for Mclean soccer. Let's see who's on the ball. Not too many players. A couple on top of the box. I'm expecting a direct shot on goal, and they're going to take a little bit of a deflection. Maybe was looking for Lacey. DeLacy off the deflection. Oh, Sydney DeLacy. Maybe had an opportunity at the ball there, but I think maybe just the awkward header and deflection changed the trajectory of the pass, and were unable to successfully get the type of attack they wanted there. And so now it'll be a goal kick for LA Krewe Rush. Lauren Starwood under the ball. Gonna pass it out wide towards Bonner. They'll pass towards that far side, and let's see what kind of attack they can start. What kind of possession LA Krewe Rush can build themselves. They're gonna push it forward a little bit, and they'll be able to keep that possession there. Able to bypass a couple of Mclean defenders and able to spring forward one of their wingers on the left side. But Mclean are there to beat them to it by pace. And now they're going to start an attack. Far side for Mclean. They're going to look to push this one forward a little bit, perhaps looking for either DeLacy or James, but it'll get taken away by LA Krewe. This one's going to go back. Although a pass straight down the middle sometimes ends in disaster, but it worked out for them for a little bit. Mclean able to take advantage right around midfield. So it gives a little bit of time for LA Krewe to get back into shape, but a poor pass from Mclean. LA Krewe take advantage, but James has the ball for Mclean again with another takeaway. She's going to push it inside and then couldn't connect the pass. LA Krewe were there. And that one's going to go only as far as the back line for Mclean, who will pass it back to their keeper. So this one will be taken and passed towards that far side. Here comes Mclean. Couple of numbers. Loading up the box, gets tripped up. You would think the ref would call a penalty, but no, it's going to be offsides on Mclean. The pass was intended for one of her teammates there in white. But even with the foul shove, I believe she was offsides regardless. So LA Krewe going to start back up with the ball. But they do got to be careful because they can't concede a penalty like that. That would put them in a very dangerous spot. But Mclean able to take advantage. Create the turnover, get the ball. They're going to thread it through for DeLacy. He's going to try to push it through for Price. Instead, going the other direction. Going to take a shot from the top of the box. Defended away by LA Krewe, who get back on the ball. And now going to try to push it forward is Watley. And she'll push it towards that far side, that left side. But it's going to go out of bounds. It will be a Mclean throw-in. as we hit the hour mark. About 40 seconds beyond the hour mark, but hour mark has come and gone. With 30 minutes left of the matchup, unless we need extra time, we will see what happens. But it looks like LA Krewe are the one that are going to take the throw-in. I thought the ref initially signaled for a throw-in for Mclean, but instead it is an LA Krewe throw-in. And so they'll hang on to the ball. They were going to maybe pass it out wide, but it's going to go towards the top of the box. Mclean going to try to poke it away, but LA Krewe still able to get it back. They're going to pass it back towards Bailey Bonner, who's going to send it out wide. I think was looking for Crochet there, but Mclean there to get rid of that. That's Price on the ball right now. Going to pass it back towards her back line, and then going to look for a little move to avoid some defenders, but instead great effort from Bonner to try and pass it towards Reagan Ladiolays. But now here come Mclean, defended away by LA Krewe. It's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a Mclean throw-in. A couple of substitutions will be taking place before the throw-in will commence. And again, on paper, both teams pretty even throughout the season. They've both been undefeated in their last 5. They both have over 20 goals for, 9 and 10 goals against. So a pretty strong goal difference throughout the 8 or 9 games that they've played this season. A fall inside the box. The ref is going to say play on. But that's going to go out of play. It is going to be a throw-in for Mclean. They'll send this one forward. That one will be pushed back a little bit. But LA Krewe there to intercept only as far as Mclean. Some of their defensive midfielders there. But LA Krewe able to get rid of that attack. They'll send it towards Reagan Ladiolay. She's going to try to run up the field, run up that right wing, and she's going to create a cross. But good take by Wright to grab that ball. She'll push it forward. Back towards that far side for Mclean. And that one will be pushed through. Stepped in, though. Good interference by LA Krewe. But only go as far back as midfield before Mclean takes over. Mclean are going to try to find a header inside the box. Gets kicked away by LA Krewe. That ball will go not out of bounds yet. Mclean keep it in. And they're able to keep the ball in play. They'll send it back towards that right wing. They'll choose to push it up a little bit. Now DeLacy with a couple of side swipes. He's going for a shot on target. I don't think she got all of it there. And Lauren Starwood able to take control of that ball. Going to punt this one towards midfield, but Mclean are there to take control. This one's going to go down for Price, who gives it away to LA Krewe. They're going to push it up themselves. Good spin move to turn it around, but the touch was just too heavy. And it goes back to Mclean. They're going to push it back. A little bit of a fall there. That's going to be a free kick for Mclean. I think that was Moira Flynn that was on the ball there. But now Sydney DeLacy on the ball from Fairfax, Virginia Union, passing it back to Hazelgrove. Going to go back towards Price. Now it's going to be sent towards the top of the box, but it'll be kicked away by LA Krewe. It's going to be a throw-in for Mclean. Hazelgrove with the throw. Then she was looking for DeLacy, but it gets taken away by Watley, who will pass it towards that far side for LA Krewe. What type of possession can they get? Here comes Watley on the ball again. Going to push it towards the top of the box, but only as far as some of the Mclean defenders there. But Bonner really good to get that ball back for LA Krewe. Going to try to start driving up, but Mclean are able to get that ball back. Lots of drops in possession, but so far Mclean able to win most of these turnovers. They're going to send this one through, but it gets shepherded away by LA Krewe. They're going to turn this one around, and they're going to switch the field of play. Not entirely, though. They'll keep it on that far side, and they'll drive up from midfield at exactly the midfield point right now. Going to turn it around. Mclean letting them have it for a little bit. Here comes Bonner on the ball. It's going to be passed far down. Tried for a cross there, but ran out of space to make anything effective out of it. And so Mclean will take it themselves. But a good step in. Good step in from Waterhouse there. And that's going to be a foul. That's going to be a free kick for LA Krewe. And so we'll see who from Louisiana Crew Rush will take this. Looks like it's going to be Sarah Porteous on the ball. Will she go direct to goal, or will she go for a cross to try to find a teammate? She's going to go try to find a teammate from the cross. Headed away by Mclean, but LA Krewe trying to get a couple of shots off. Mclean doing well to get that out of the way and just kicking that very far out of the way. Gets the clearance they need. Bonner's going to chase after it. We'll pass it back towards Starwood. They're officially 3/4 of the way through this matchup. Still 0-0s. Will we see an opener? Will we see a game winner? Or will we see extra time? There's going to be a foul and a yellow card being shown towards one of the players on LA Krewe Rush. Mclean will get a free kick in a pretty decent territory. Not the best territory, but enough to maybe send the ball inside the box. That seems to be the plan that they're going for. And so we'll see what they're able to do. Just going to take it short is Mclean. But they're going to keep it on that far side. And then they're going to look for an ambitious shot. But that's going to go wide to the left of the goal. And so it's going to go out for a goal kick in favor of LA Krewe Rush. I think maybe a couple more substitutions. And refs says play on. So here we go. At the 70-minute marker here. Starwood telling everyone to go forward. Going to launch this ball deep towards midfield. That's exactly what she does. Able to find a teammate here. And able to bypass a couple of defenders, but Mclean able to get back on top of it. And they'll pass this ball, but gets taken away by LA Krewe. And so here comes Andy Hughes on the right side now. And no call there. No foul. So Mclean are going to take advantage. Price passes it towards midfield, but gets taken away by LA Krewe. Their backline going to work to keep it themselves and try not to force an error, but it's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for LA Krewe. And so they'll take the throw-in. And they'll hold on to the ball around midfield. They'll look to pass it back a little bit. They'll switch up the field entirely. They'll pass it back towards Bonner. And she will kick, but gives it away to Price and Mclean. DeLacy's there to pass it towards the middle of the field. Mclean are able to keep it ever so slightly. They'll switch the field to play for that far side. And they'll send it down that right wing. Going to try to push it towards the channel. And maybe try to get a cross in, but Starwood is there to grab the ball. Wouldn't allow the tap in to occur. So good goalkeeping from Starwood to keep this one at zeros. She's going to punt this ball towards midfield. DeLacy's there to take it, but LA Krewe can keep it in their possession. But Mclean have it. They're going to maybe pass it out wide to Price. No, they're going to go for the through ball. Is she offsides? I don't think so. They're going to keep the play. I think there might have been a player from LA Krewe that kept her on. Going to look for towards the top of the box. LA Krewe just able to step in there and get the ball away. That one will be taken away. And then a little bit of miscommunication, but they were able to keep the ball through that short pass. Now they're going to pass towards Bonner, who's going to charge up the field with it, try to find that through ball, threading the needle a little bit, but good shuffling from Watley to break out of there. Not for long, though, as Mclean get back on the ball. Good step in, though, from LA Krewe. And they'll send that ball far, but no one is there. That's going to go out of bounds. Not worth going after. That's going to be a goal kick for Mclean. And we will have our water break of the half here. 73 minutes in. And both teams still at zeros, waiting for the opener. Will we have one before the 90? Again, both teams in the South region of the WPSL playoffs. As we mentioned earlier, Chattanooga FC defeated Arlington Soccer Blue by a score of 3-1 in the early window of the South region slate of games. Therefore, they have advanced to the South region finals that will go live tomorrow. And both teams here one of them will face Chattanooga. Whoever wins, they will be looking for a spot in that South region finals that will go live tomorrow. So 2 back-to-back matchups. Going to put a lot of energy. And we'll see which one has what it takes to break through, to get that opener. To take over this match. It's been pretty even. All across the board. Again, Mclean Soccer, they placed first in their conference and in their division overall. A 7-1-1 record. They had 22 points on the season to place first in the Atlantic Conference District Division. And LA Krewe Rush also placed first in their division, the Gulf Coast Conference Delta Basin Division. They had 20 points on the season. having 6 wins and 2 draws compared to Mclean's 7-win and 1 draw season. Both teams had 1 loss throughout the season as well. So LA Krewe Rush, Louisiana Krewe Rush, finishing up their water break, back out on the field. Mclean Soccer taking their time as well, just finishing their breaks. These players got to stay hydrated. Even though the temperature went down to, I believe, roughly 81, it is still very, very hot temperatures, especially at this point of the evening. And so got to stay hydrated, especially with the prospect of playing back-to-back games, a game today and a game tomorrow, 90 minutes, only 24 hours apart. It's a very intensive schedule for these playoffs, but for a chance to be crowned 2025 WPSL champion across all WPSL teams, it's what you got to do. It's what you got to go through. And we're going to find out which team has what it takes to submit their ticket to the Final 8 and the South Region Finals. Mclean have the ball on the restart, and they're going to look to pass it and keep it within their back line, but keeping a relatively high press is LA Krewe Rush. They'll send it forward towards that right wing area, but Mclean will hang on to it. And they will push this one towards midfield as LA Krewe going to let them drive a little bit. Going to try to outpace LA Krewe, but ran out of room. That's going to be a throw-in for LA Krewe Rush. And so they would take the throw-in, but they will give it away. Mclean have a chance. They have a chance. Going to run it inside the box. Might as well take the shot themselves, and it's going to be saved by Lauren Starwood. It was a good opportunity. There was no way anyone from Mclean were going to be able to run over to help. I believe that might have been DeLacy who created that turnover and tried to run it through. But another turnover created for Mclean. What can they do with it now? They're going to pass it back towards the midfield, get a more standard restart. Kyra Hartogs was on the ball briefly for a second there before passing it forward. Now a little bit of a spin move here. They'll look to send it through. And now with a chance inside the box, now it's going to get pushed through and a good shot on target, but saved by Starwood once again. Let's take a look at this. Mclean with yet again another good opportunity, pushing past the defenders and then taking a shot on goal. But Lauren Starwood doing really well for LA Krewe Rush to hang on to that and keep this game at 0s and keep their team in the game. LA Krewe weren't able to push the ball up that much. And so Mclean will get it back. And they're going to push this forward. But they will trip up LA Krewe. And so it'll be a free kick in a relatively favorable territory for LA Krewe Rush. We'll see if they decide to play it short or if they will send this one deep towards the top of the box to try to find a connecting header to potentially get a shot on target. And they're going to opt for the latter, go for a crazy lob, and that's going to go straight towards the keeper right. Wow. Good opportunity for LA Krewe. That one went over everybody. And so Wright would just dump it back out towards her left side. Mclean back on the ball. It's going to be sent forward for Price, but it's going to go out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for LA Krewe. They're going to take it quick, push it towards Andy Hughes, who's going to see what she can do with the ball, but gives it away to Price. Price is going to try for a little bit of a through ball. Almost works. Can Mclean muscle it off? They can't. Bonner is there to keep a strong arm on that. But the ref is going to call offsides. Watley came all the way from behind the last defender to get that ball. And so Mclean will take advantage. We got about 10 minutes left plus stoppage time. Extra time will occur if we do not have a goal. Book your next game with NSN for professional live streaming and full broadcast services. Let us bring your event to life with high quality production and coverage. Scan the QR code or call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast today. And my goodness, during the ad read, we almost had a goal from Mclean. I was getting nervous, but it just went out wide. Let's see this one once again. My apologies, but a good little step in from Mclean, but it just goes out wide on the left side. That was very, very close. And again, lots of good chances for Mclean, but just unable to get that final finish. But here come LA Krewe. Bonner's going to pass it out wide. And she'll look to send it back towards the middle. Now maybe look to switch up the field of play, LA Krewe. But instead, going to try to bait some of the Mclean players forward. You don't want to force a mistake. But now, LA Krewe, a 2-on-3 situation. Going to try to bypass a couple of defenders from Mclean. Going to look to push it through for Hughes, who gets to the end of that one, but going to look to cross in a dangerous situation, but manages to create a corner kick by bouncing it off the defender from Mclean. So it'll be corner kick opportunity for LA Krewe Rush. This could be a chance for them. They haven't had as much possession, as many chances, but they've had a very tight-knit group defensively and have been able to keep themselves in the game. Will this be an opportunity for them to perhaps break the deadlock and create the opening goal? Let's see what happens during this corner kick. Kick gets taken up near post. Finds a player, but it just bounces up over everything. Did not get the touch of the ball that she wanted. And so that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a goal kick for Mclean Soccer, who will restart and come away from that corner kick unscathed. This one will get passed through for Mclean. This one's going to get pushed through towards the top of the box. They got a player there. They're going to look to maybe try to find some help. It's going to go out wide. And now maybe going to look to try to push this all the way towards that back line. Starwood's there. Going to get kicked away. It's going to be a goal kick, though. Ran out of space before they crossed it back inside. So that one is going to be a goal kick for LA Krewe Rush. So they'll take this one, push it back wide. They'll start from deep inside their own territory. Bonner's going to pass it forward. Little tumble there, but Hughes is able to pick it up and push through towards the middle of the field. Going to lay it off for a teammate. And now it's going to get dropped off, but it has to be kicked away by right there. And LA Krewe is pushing now. They're going up. And now they just broke through a couple of defenders and couldn't get the shot off. It's going to be a goal kick. Good chance for LA Krewe Rush. Surprising a couple of the Mclean defenders by barreling towards that 18-yard box. But I think maybe he attempted the shot with the outside of the foot. So couldn't get the best finish. But still, getting a lot of better chances this half, especially these last 10 minutes or so compared to the entirety of the first half. Will it come together in a goal? That is the real question. Mclean Soccer on the ball. They're going to pass it out wide. And now they're going to look for a connection there. LA Krewe steps in for a quick moment, and then they step in and get the ball. They intercept that one. They're going to pass it forward, and a good through ball for Andy Hughes, who's going to drive it all the way down. She's going to try to cross it in, but that's going to be a penalty kick. That's going to be a penalty kick. Andy Hughes gets brought down inside the box. And perhaps a chance for the deadlock to be broken. Louisiana Crew Rush will have a penalty kick as Andy Hughes gets brought down viciously inside as she was pretty much getting herself wide open for a shot on target. I don't know if we can get a replay on that foul, but my goodness. That pass, that through ball set everything up. And now Louisiana Crew Rush have an opportunity. All right, we got the replay. Let's see. Yeah, just a crazy. She was all alone there. And that foul, it was a little bit hard to tell, but completely sent her to the deck. And that is what we got the penalty for. I don't know if Andy Hughes, the one that took the foul, is the one on the ball. It could be someone else from LA Crew, but regardless, the penalty kick is taken, and it's skied into the top right corner. In LA Crew Rush, Louisiana Crew Rush are up 1-0. Let's see a replay of the penalty kick. Just got the keeper to froze. Couldn't even dive the right way. It was a very well taken penalty. So 1-0 is your score. 87th minute, and Louisiana Crew Rush break the deadlock. And all of a sudden, with a couple minutes to go, do Louisiana have it in them to hang on to this lead and advance to the South Region Finals against Chattanooga tomorrow? What can Mclean do about this? Mclean have a couple of minutes, plus maybe quite a few of stoppage time, to get back into this and force extra time. What can they do about it? That ball's going to go out of bounds, though. That's going to go towards Louisiana Crew. It's a crazy sequence of events. Just one counterattack opportunity is all they needed. They sprung open Andy Hughes. She got wide open, had a lot of green grass in front of her. And then as she entered the penalty area, just got tackled down. Ref calls the penalty. But here come Mclean. They're not ready to go away just yet. Looking to perhaps respond themselves. Gonna look to pass it forward. They'll go back. They'll hover around 25 yards out. Gonna go towards the right channel. Gonna send a cross inside the box, and it hits the outside of the post. Wow. Lauren Starwood put a lot of faith on that post that it wasn't going to go in, and it ended up maybe being a lot closer than she might have anticipated. That cross was coming in, and it hits the outside of the post. Incredible, but also unlucky for Mclean. And it will be a goal kick for Louisiana. Mclean will take the header, though, and they will get possession back. They got 1 minute plus stoppage time to answer the penalty kick, and they take the ball away. Here comes Mclean. They're going to pass it out wide towards Price. What can she do? She's going to send a cross in, but that ball is going to be saved. Although that might have gone out of play for a goal kick. Either way, saved by Starwood there. And she's going to send this one, punt this well beyond midfield. Try to get it as far from her goal as possible with the 1-0 advantage that the Crew have. It'll be kicked away. And now headed up. Mclean have the ball. They'll send it forward beyond midfield. They're going to try to get a turnaround going. The ref's going to call foul, free kick for Mclean. Going to look to restart as quickly as possible, but LA Crew won't let them. DeLacy on the ball. What can she do? What can she do to bring her team back in? Couple substitutions going on. We are officially at the 90-minute mark. We are inside stoppage time. Unclear of how much stoppage time exactly we will have. I would assume roughly maybe about 4 minutes if you include the water break and the penalty kick. But we'll see what happens. Mclean get a shot. They take the cross in, and it just goes on the outside of the post. Oh, that looked so good, but they couldn't get the shot off. Let's see this again. What just happened? From the right wing, an incredible cross into the top of the box. And then I think it was just defended away by Bonner and Louisiana Krewe. I don't think Mclean ever got a foot to it. And so LA Krewe dodge another one and are able to keep their lead at 1-0. 1 minute of stoppage time has elapsed. How much longer can Louisiana Krewe hang on? Mclean get the ball back. They bring it back towards DeLacy. They're going to try to keep it towards the top of the 18. A little bit of a back heel. Manages to bypass a couple of defenders, and it goes in. Mclean gets the game-tying goal in the dying moments of the match. This beautiful back heel fools everybody, and the shot goes right into the back bottom right corner. And all of a sudden, 2 late goals. We are 1-1, tied yet again. And we might not even be done. There might be another goal. But as it stands right now, extra time will be upon us. So we found out our answer. LA Krewe couldn't hang on. But now, both teams looking potentially for a game winner. LA Krewe has a player down, but the ref's going to say play on. Mclean's going to send it forward, but that's going to go out of play. And that's going to go out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for LA Krewe. Insane sequence of events. 1-1 here. Both goals happening very late on in the match. Throw-in for LA Krewe. Gonna be kicked away by Mclean. There's Hazelgrove there. Or Hazelgrove, I should say. Mclean perhaps looking for another opportunity. Can they find the game winner? And the shot just shanked off the left foot. Couldn't get the curve that she wanted. That's going to be a goal kick for Louisiana Krewe. Now they're going to look to send it forward. But Mclean get it right back. They're going to send it towards top of the box. They managed to find a player through. And an unbelievable kick save from Starwood to keep Louisiana's hopes alive. Unreal. That could have been the dagger that Mclean sent, but an unreal extension of the left foot from Starwood. Keeps them in the match. Cross into the box. No penalty, says the referee, after a potential foul, but that one's going to get launched. Clipped up, nearly finds the foot of a teammate. It's going to be a corner kick. Ref says there's enough time for a corner kick. So here comes Mclean. Perhaps final opportunity before potential extra time. Let's see. What can Mclean soccer do? They take the corner kick, high arcing shot, and it's grabbed by Lauren Starwood. Got both her hands on it. And that's going to be it for regulation. 2 very, very late goals. And we are going to see extra time in this matchup. 90 minutes was not enough to separate these two clubs. We need 30 more and potentially even penalties to see which team will advance to face Chattanooga. Don't go anywhere because we have extra time coming up real soon.
Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics,
letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail.
whether it's a championship win or a legendary play.
NSN Game Rewind bridges the past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate.
Call 586-304-4405
And start watching today.
streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment.
Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Soccer fans, and National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment.
Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Soccer fans, and National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment.
Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Soccer fans, and National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment.
Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today. Are you ready to create unforgettable moments for your audience? NSN offers professional live streaming and full broadcast services tailored to your needs. From high-quality production to exceptional coverage, we ensure your game or event becomes a spectacle to remember. Book your next game with us today. Call 586-304-4405 to schedule your broadcast and let NSN bring the action to life like never before.
Soccer fans, and National Soccer Network is now streaming live on Roku. All for packages starting at just $2.99. Don't miss a moment of the action. National Soccer Network on Roku. Every goal, every save, every moment.
Game like never before with NSN's Game Rewind. Dive into full match commentaries enhanced with cutting-edge dynamic graphics, letting you relive the highs and lows of your favorite matches in astonishing detail. Whether it's a championship win or a legendary play, NSN Game Rewind bridges a past and future with a broadcast experience designed to captivate. Call 586-304-4405 and start watching today. Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.
Wpsl South Regional Semifinal matchup between Mclean Soccer and Louisiana Crew Rush. If you're just joining us, then we had an insane ending to the game. It was 0-0 for 87 minutes. Then Louisiana Crew Rush took a penalty kick to jumpstart the scoring. takes a 1-0 lead. And then just 4 minutes later, in the 92nd minute, Mclean Soccer, with a beautiful back heel pass, finds an open player and able to score and level this game up at 1-1 to force extra time. So extra time rules, we have 30 minutes in total to play. 2 15-minute halves between these two teams. Mclean Soccer are in all whites if you're just joining us, and Louisiana Krewe Rush are in the black and golds. And so Mclean are attacking in the same direction they attacked in the second half. They will be going from right to left, whereas Louisiana Krewe will be going from left to right. Mclean going to try to push this one forward and get another shot off, and a good dive from Starwood to keep this one at 1-1. And she'll punt this one towards the middle of the field. And Mclean will take advantage. But not for long before LA Krewe get back on the ball. And they're going to look to sidestep a couple of defenders there for Mclean. Player gets stepped on. But LA Krewe going to decide to keep it going. Going towards that far side of the field. Going to be brought up. And will get pushed forward. But it will be taken away by Mclean. Mclean will come up and will sidestep a couple of defenders here for LA Krewe, all congregating towards the middle of the field, but they send a through ball, allow an opening player to perhaps get a shot off, but again, a great save from Lauren Starwood. And LA Krewe able to keep this one at 1 apiece. And so she'll punt this one towards midfield. And Mclean will take the ball, but not before LA Krewe pushes it out of bounds. That was Sophie Vines that pushed it out of bounds. Mclean by Maya Weiss will throw the ball in, send it forward. And it'll come back down for Price, I believe that is. And they'll look for the one-touch passing for Price to get towards the top of the 18. And he's just going to go for a rocket shot. It'll bounce off the head of a defender there for LA Krewe. And so Vine will be back there again. And they'll be brought over. Good cross. Mclean weren't there to take advantage. LA Krewe are going to bring it back. And Mclean will send it forward towards that far side of the field. And they'll look to get another cross towards the box. Really have had the most opportunity here in the beginning of extra time. There'll be a corner kick for Mclean, who have been on the front foot all game so far. And again, this is for a right to play in the South Regional Finals, the national quarterfinals against Chattanooga FC, who won earlier today by a scoreline of 3-1. Here comes the corner kick. Gets punched away. Not fully cleared. The McLean's going to turn and shoot in just wide. Just hits the left side netting, but it's outside of the goal. And so LA Krewe will take the ball back. They'll look to punt this one back towards midfield. It'll be a goal kick for LA Krewe. Couldn't send it very far. Mclean get back on top of it, but defenders there for LA Krewe able to take advantage. Low cross outside of the box there. Almost taken away by Mclean, but it is successfully just a little bit farther than they would have liked. They bring it back towards the box. Going to look for another cross. Passes by, but it gets caught by Starwood. And so LA Krewe probably led the contest for about 4 minutes before conceding in stoppage time. And that's why we're here in extra time. But a good through ball. And here comes Watley, but good step in from right to kick that one away and clear that for Mclean Soccer. We're going to try to send it out wide. Going to look for Weiss. And she'll be brought down. It'll be a free kick for Mclean Soccer. This one will be passed back out towards the near side once again. And it'll be stepped in there, but couldn't get connected. Now Vines coming through to muscle away to try and get that ball through. Perhaps looking for Watley again. But this one will go out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Mclean Soccer. And so Mclean will push it towards that near side. Going to pass it towards Price. We'll go back towards that back line of theirs. They'll send it forward, but they give it away to LA Krewe just briefly. And now LA Krewe have a chance with it, but Mclean are able to just intercept it before anything dangerous happens. Good little kick up there to be able to gain control of the ball. They'll try to switch the field of play all the way to that far side. And they will push the ball forward beyond midfield. Going to try to send another through ball in. And very dangerous for LA Krewe to leave that one for Lauren Starwood. But it ends up working out for them. She's going to launch this one towards midfield. See if anyone could get on it for LA Krewe. They do. They managed to pass it towards midfield. Watley's there. She's going to try to pass it. She's going to pass it towards Vines, who's going to try to thread it through back for Watley, but it's going to be intercepted by Mclean. Mclean Soccer is going to take it forward. 2v4 situation, but a lot of LA Krewe players there. Mclean still able to win that ball back. Going to try to sidestep a couple of defenders. Going to run up the top of the 18, and they'll look to pass it back, maybe get a shot off, but instead we'll leave it off towards the side of the box. And now they're going to take a good shot, but it's going to be just wide of the target. Going to go to the right of the goal there for Mclean Soccer. Solid step in halfway through the first period of extra time. And again, if after 120 minutes in this contest, we still do not have a decisive winner, then we will have penalty kicks to decide it. So here come LA Krewe, going to try to spin move their way around, work successfully. They're going to push it through, and it just barely misses their teammate. Mclean just did enough to keep that ball out of their own net. And now LA Krewe have to do the same. They have to prevent Mclean from launching a counterattack, and they do so. They're going to keep it on that far side of the field. And they're going to send that one, but it will be out of bounds. It'll be a throw in for Mclean. Or I'm sorry, for LA Krewe. And they will look for a long cross, trying to go towards the top of the box, but Mclean will be there to try to pick it up. It's going to be kicked out of bounds. It's going to be a throw in for LA Krewe. And so far now, it's been LA Krewe, Louisiana, who are getting a lot of chances here in the early goings of extra time. First couple of minutes, it was all Mclean, but so far recently, last few minutes, LA Krewe have been punishing in this back half. Mclean had to step in there, and they're going to force that ball out. It'll be a corner kick now for LA Krewe Rush. They're going to look to potentially get on the board here and regain the lead. Again, after having it for only just a couple of minutes, I think they're deciding who to take the corner kick. Two of them go towards the corner flag. And so it looks like one one teammate for LA Krewe will take this corner kick. Again, a lot of formation just hovering around the penalty area. Most of her teammates will be hanging around, and then they'll start running around as soon as the kick goes off, goes near post, takes the header, and LA Krewe going to try and get it towards the back of the box. Hughes is there to try to clean it up. Mclean trying to go for the clearance, and then just a rocket shot deflected away by Mclean there. LA Krewe still have the ball, though. It's going to be pushed up and forward, but it'll be out of bounds, and it'll be a throw-in, a very, very deep throw-in for LA Krewe. And they'll send this one, but it'll be taken away by Mclean. But LA Krewe get it right back. And now Bonner is on the ball. She'll send it forward towards that right wing, towards Crochet. Now it's going to leave it inside the box. Who's going to get there? It's going to be right for Mclean that gets there. And she'll send it on that right side. And we'll see what Mclean can do for it. They've had their backs against the wall for the last couple of minutes now. Now that they have possession, what can they do with it? They're going to pass it forward towards Price. And now they'll send it back. They'll send it back towards Weiss. Now it'll be pushed forward. A couple of one-touch passes, but good interception there from LA Krewe. They're going to look to hang on to it. And they'll send it towards around midfield, but they give it away to Mclean. Just couldn't control the ball there. And so Mclean will be on that far side, going to drive up and try to push it forward. They'll be crossed into the box, and it's reached over. Only got a hand to it was Starwood, and it just kicked. Not out of play yet. The ball is still in play. And what an incredible save from Lauren Starwood. We're checking on a player from Mclean. Lots of tired legs. An extra 30 minutes of soccer. Is definitely going to make you tired. Perhaps just trying to stretch out a couple of cramps. Able to get back on their feet. And so Mclean with Weiss on the throw-in. Gonna look to throw it forward, I believe. They'll try to send it as far forward as they can. Will be headed away by LA Krewe. Will try to push it wide, but it's gonna go out for a corner kick. And so corner kick opportunity for Mclean to get back in this game. And to perhaps take the lead for the first time. They're going to take it short. No, they take it long. Going to look for the penalty spot. And they manage to. Gets cleared off the line. There was a headed down inside the box. And LA Krewe clears it off the line. And now charging forward. I think that's Bonner. Hard to tell. But she's got nothing but green grass in front of her. Going to go for a shot. And it's going to be rebounded. And doesn't go in. It's saved by Wright. That looked like a very strong opportunity for LA Krewe to take the lead. But they don't. It's a brilliant save by Wright. And now here comes Weiss on the ball. Going to pass it back towards Hartogs. But it'll be intercepted by LA Krewe. Watley had it for a moment, but she'll pass it out wide. And it's going to go out of play. It'll be a throw-in for LA Krewe. We'll likely have about a minute, I'd say, of stoppage time, or we're going to have none at all. All right, 105 minutes are up. That is the first 15 of extra time. Halftime of extra time. Still 1-1 between these two clubs. We got 15 more minutes of soccer left. And again, if we get to 120 minutes and if the score is still tied, we will have penalty kicks between these two clubs for the right to advance to the national quarterfinals, the South Regional Finals against Chattanooga FC. And so halftime of extra time doesn't take too long. It's much shorter than a standard halftime or even the break between full time and extra time. It's basically like a standard water break in terms of the amount of time players get to rest, to rejuvenate, and to hydrate. And so we'll see what the players have left in the tank for these last 15 minutes. And if you're just joining us, it's 1-1 here between Louisiana Crew Rush and Mclean Soccer. Louisiana Crew Rush were awarded a penalty around the 86th, 87th minute, and they converted that penalty to go up 1-0 very, very late into the contest. But in the 92nd minute, not even 5 minutes later, Mclean Soccer came through with a beautiful back heel pass with some combination play prior and managed to sneak the ball into the bottom right corner to take the lead. Or not take the lead, I'm sorry, to tie the game and force extra time against Louisiana Crew Rush. And that is how we are here. That is why we are here. For a spot in the final 8 spots in the nation. A spot in the South Region finals. These are the South Region semifinals. And so both teams, looks like the halftime of extra time will be coming to a close. Again, Mclean Soccer in all whites. Louisiana Crew Rush in the black and gold. $15 minutes left to submit a ticket to the finals of the South Region portion of the WPSL playoffs. To submit a ticket to the quarterfinals of the WPSL National Championships. Which team has it in them? And it looks like Louisiana Crew will take the second half kickoff of extra time. 15 minutes left to play before potential penalty kicks if we do not have a winner at the last 15. Here comes Crochet giving it away to Mclean. Now the fields have switched. Louisiana Crew will be attacking from right to left. Mclean Soccer will be attacking from left to right. Vines is there to pass it towards that far side. Gonna look for Watley. And gets tripped up a little bit. Still able to keep the ball after all of that. And will perhaps look for a cross inside the box. Manages to strengthen her way past some defenders for Mclean. But it will go out of bounds. It will be a throw-in for Mclean after all of that. Be a good pass, but given away. LA Crew now on the ball. Crochet there. What can she do about it? Gonna take it all the way to the corner flag. Bypasses a defender there for Mclean. Finds an open player on inside the box. And that one goes into the goal. It's a beautiful shot from about 12 yards out. And Louisiana Crew Rush retake their lead in the 107th minute of the game. 2 minutes into the second half of extra time. Look at this incredible juke move in finding their teammate to just send it home. What an unreal. I think that was Shelby Watley who came through and slotted that one home. And just like that, Louisiana Krewe Rush are 2-1 up and will be moving on after 120 minutes if Mclean do not find an answer here, but they're going to look to find one themselves. But Louisiana Krewe, can they learn from their mistakes from the end of regulation and hold on to their lead? Mclean's coming through. Here comes DeLacy, gets brought down. That is not going to be called. And so Mclean will have to get themselves back together after a little bit of a messy situation, but they're going to be able to find themselves towards the bottom of the area. Going to look for a very similar shot to how Louisiana scored, but instead they'll pass it back. They don't go for the shot. They're going to look for a cross inside the box instead, but the cross couldn't come through tight enough. It hits the side netting, but it does deflect off of either the goalkeeper or one of the players for Louisiana Krewe, and that's going to be a corner kick for Mclean Soccer. So this one will get lifted up and it'll be headed away by LA Krewe. They're going to look to launch a counterattack. It's just the one player for LA Krewe, but she's streaking down the sidelines. I think that's Andy Hughes. I can't tell, but still able to bypass a couple of defenders. It's just her. Referee says play on. She's going to cross the field of play, but matches a defender there for Mclean. And so Mclean will get back on the front foot. Samantha James on the ball. Gonna pass it forward, but it will get defended away by LA Krewe. And that'll be brought down. It'll be a free kick. Oh, no, never mind. I think advantage is going to be played for Mclean, though I'm sure they would have preferred the free kick. It was a much favorable position. But regardless, here comes DeLacy. Going to pass it forward towards towards Wise, I'm sorry. And we're going to see what she's able to do with it. See how Mclean could get back into this. And we'll see how a couple of passes, what they can manage to put together here. So far, Louisiana Krewe, though, still managing to find themselves out in front. But again, what happened last time is that they just gave up a lead. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. We apologize that we were unable to get the feed back for the game, but let me update you real quick. So the game is indeed over. I apologize that we weren't able to watch the final 10 minutes. LA Krewe Rush ended up winning the game by a score of 3-1. So we did miss a goal, but it was a game-winning goal or lead extending goal from LA Krewe Rush. So we did not go into a penalty shootout, and Mclean Soccer were unable to get back into the matchup. So that means that LA Krewe Rush will be advancing to tomorrow's matchup against Chattanooga FC in the South Region Finals in about 18 hours or 20 hours from now. So be on the lookout for that game and hope to see a lot of you there. But again, we apologize for the feed cutting out, but we appreciate you for tuning in to this matchup. LA Krewe Rush with a final score 3-1 take down Mclean Soccer. And thank you for tuning in to this game on the National Soccer Network, this playoff matchup in the South region. We will see you guys next time.
Boost your brand with NSN's live soccer broadcast, reaching a passionate audience in real time. Engage fans during thrilling soccer matches. Maximize visibility with tailored ad packages. Add 30-second or 60-second commercials for concise, impactful messaging and greater audience connection. Call 586-304-4405 and start your campaign today.